Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. I am Nur Azlin binti Sumiran, and today I'd like to talk about leadership approach that incredibly relevant in our fast changing world, what we call contingency leadership theory. At its core, this theory tells us something very simple and yet powerful. There's no one size fit all the way to lead. The best leadership style depends on the situation. And in the first 21st century, situations are constantly shifting with rapid technological changes, globalization, and increasingly diverse workplaces. So, what does this mean for leaders today? It means that being a good leader isn't not just about having a strong vision or being charismatic. It's about being flexible, adaptable, and aware of what your team needs in any given moment. There are a few major models that help us understand this better. First, Fiedler's contingency models says that leaders have a natural style, either task-oriented or relationship-oriented, and the, effective, the effectiveness depends on how much control they have in a given situation. Number two, Hussey's and Blanket situational leadership models take it further by suggesting that leaders should adjust their style based on their team readiness, their ability and willingness to perform a task. And the path goal theory focuses on how leaders can help their team achieve goals by choosing the right style, whether it's supportive, directive, participative, or achievement oriented, depending on the task and the team. Okay, now let's bring this into the real world. Think about how leadership looked during the pandemic COVID 19. Suddenly, leaders had to manage remote teams, deal with uncertainty, and support employees' mental health all at once. Those who succeed were not the ones who stuck on one style. They're- they were the ones who adapted. A great example is Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. When he took over, he did not just focus on profit or product. He focused on culture. He shifted Microsoft from a competitive, know it all culture to a collaborative, learn it all one. That required a change in leadership style from directive to empathetic and inclusive. And it worked. Microsoft became more innovative, more agile, and more human. But while this theory is powerful, applying it is not always easy. Let's talk about some of the challenges leaders face when trying to use it. First, it starts with self awareness. Leaders need to understand their own natural style. Are they more task focused or people focused? That's not always easy to figure out. Sometimes we think we are being supportive, but our team might feel like we are micromanaging. Second, it can get complicated. Contingency theory asks leaders to constantly assess the situation, the team readiness, the task at hand, the environment, and then adjust their style. That's a lot to juggle, especially when decisions made to be made quickly. Third, there's the challenge of team diversity. Today's teams are made up of people from different backgrounds, cultures, and experience level. What works for one person might not work for another. So, leaders have to be really tuned in to individual needs, and that takes time and effort. Fourth, with so many teams working remotely or in hybrid setups, it's harder to read the room. You can't always pick up on body language or team morale through a screen. That makes it even more challenging to know when and how to adjust your leadership style. Fifth, not every leader has had the training or tools to apply this theory effectively. Without that foundation, it's easy to fall back on one default style, even when it's not the best fit. And finally, there's the issue of resistance to change. Some leaders or even entire organizations might be stuck in their way. If a certain style worked it in the past, they might be reluctant to try something new, even if the situation clearly called for it. So, yes, contingency leadership theory is incredibly relevant, but it's not a plug and play solution. It's take awareness, flexibility, and a willingness to grow and adapt. So, to conclude, this theory prepares modern leaders for success in a dynamic world by encouraging flexibility, adaptability, and situational awareness. And while it comes with challenges, those who embrace it are better equipped to lead with impact, no matter what the future holds. Thank you.